guys, Clear Track Speed here. We're back again with Locomotion. We're gonna do another one here. This is Great Britain and Ireland in 1900. This one is delivering 1,000 passengers within 10 years, so it's a little bit trickier than what we've done before, but we'll go ahead and do it anyways. We're pretty good about getting all those passengers. We did 1,000 or 500 in just a little under 6 months, and so we can definitely get 10,000 within before the end of 10 years. So let's go ahead. That looks like Mike. Norrington. Sure, that's a British sounding name. I do apologize to my British audience if I have any. But anyhow, let's go ahead. We'll do that. We'll call this one the London Northern Railroad or Railway. We'll call it a railway since it's Britain. All right, cool. And then we'll go ahead. Start. London is, I believe, our biggest city. We can take a look at our town list over here. Everything's still a village with the exception of London. London is actually a town. And as towns become bigger, you can see they're starting to pave their roads here. That's all part of the expansion. Later on, some of these towns will even expand into other towns. But for right now, since London is our thing and our primary thing is passengers, we're going ahead and make a little bus line from this side of the Thames to the other side of the Thames. Let's start from right here. Start on that side of London, and then we'll go ahead. Start right there. You can actually see a little blue line there. That's actually a really happy way to know how you're doing. So we'll go ahead, run a little bus line right there. Now, one of the things that I did is because some of the AI will sometimes do it, and the cities will sometimes do it. You can see there's this little wooden trestle. These buses are not that fast. They're only 25 miles an hour, but it is only 15 miles an hour over the trestles for both trains and buses. And again, it doesn't really matter in the beginning, but later on, as we start getting more, vehicles and whatnot, especially faster trains, we definitely want to avoid trestles. Trestles are a really cheap thing to build. If you have a mission that's like super short, that's like, all right, yeah, we're going to be really happy with that. Then you don't really need to worry that much. But if you have one that's going to be a really long one, you definitely kind of want to worry about it just a little bit. Go ahead and extend this road just a little bit. We'll actually go ahead. This is the fields right over here. Make a little cargo loading bay right here. Load the fields, and we'll bring it over to our little thing right here. That'll make some goods. Let's go ahead and have a little hopper truck here. Let's get some other products moving here. Definitely doesn't hurt to have things. I know I'm calling this a railway, and we have nothing. We have no trains, actually. It's all part of the game. It's especially right now, railways are not too expensive, but they are definitely a little more on the expensive side, especially with our mission at hand, which is primarily moving people between, for about 10 years. So go ahead, close that all out. Next order of business, we might even connect London with another city over here. We'll do maybe Kemsworth. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll go ahead, build another rough road. That's a short little rough road. It'll actually iron itself out a little bit later as time progresses. Go ahead and build a nice little happy thing right here at Kemsworth Lakeside. So we'll go ahead and have a little ball here, and do there, and go to London. Let's go ahead and see how our stations are This one's doing okay. This one's kind of happy in terms of passenger service. This one is also happy with passenger service. That's generally what you want to see. You want to see the plus. Food will go down here in just a second, since we're really not worried about food right now. We'll worry about fuel a little bit later, but right now, we definitely don't need to worry about food as much as some of our other ones. Go ahead and move this down so that way the nice town of Brighton can actually get some more people to move in there. And we'll go ahead and extend our road from London to Brighton. Obviously, these distances are not as realistic as the real ones, but you know what, it never hurts sometimes to actually have just a nice little thing. And I'm sorry about this house. I usually don't like tearing down houses, especially really early in game, because sometimes you tear down too many houses, then the city will get mad at you, but sometimes you do have to break a couple eggs. Or houses in this case. I've already broke the speed record, so that's perfect. I don't know why it likes to go to water for some reason. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Well, now we have that. Connect to Brighton. That's a nice little happy medium right there. And we'll open another bus between London and Brighton. All the buses run through that nice little area of London here. How's London Central doing? London Central's doing okay. Nobody's waiting there right now, but the bus did just service that location. It's got 2 people on board, so it's fine. It's really happy right now. Looks like Chelmsford is really happy too. It looks like they're requiring some more service. You can see the city, Chelmsford, is actually growing quite a bit. So you can actually see their village, 450 people, compared to London's 650. So eventually, Chelmsford here will actually be upgraded to town. I think that's about 500 people. So as you can see, they're building houses here, and I might even build a second station here, just to allow for the bus to stop along. And like I said earlier, if we build a station there, the bus will actually service those intermediate points there. So, as you can see, we're having quite a ball here. Let's go ahead and take a look at how much we've actually carried. So we have carried 111 people. Our goal is 1,000 people. So yeah, we're doing pretty well for ourselves right now. We might even just kind of let time go out here. Just enjoy some of the stuff here. See, we're not doing too hot in terms of our transportation, but again, that's not our mission. Our mission is to get as many people from point A and point B as possible. And so it's gonna hurt, especially for passengers in the early years. They will come later on. As you can see, Brighton is actually not that bad. I think Brighton's actually gaining quite a few people. This side of London is definitely not as good. I could probably do this. Just invest a little bit back into London. That'll allow for more houses to be built over here. Sometimes the cities are built like this, where they have like that. If you kind of lay it out like that, then the city will actually grow naturally. You can't build houses. You can build industries, but you can't build houses. The best you can wait for and hope for is that you can build transit stops, and as people build out there, then more people will come. And so, as you can see with London Central right here, which is more kind of like heart of London, more or less, people will come to the actual other side of the Thames here. They'll start living here, and then as people from Brighton, which we're transporting to the side of the Thames here, they'll move here. And then Chelmsford is doing pretty well for itself. I might even go ahead and build that second passenger stop right now. Go ahead and build it right here. It's nice and happy. So that's actually going to be Chelmsford proper. And then this bus will actually stop there. So bus number 2, go ahead and stop here at Chelmsford, and Chelmsford will go ahead and start producing people. Eventually. Does accept people, but there's nothing waiting right now. So we don't have any passengers. Alright, now there we go. And it's now that it sees, hey, we have a bus in our route now. So now people are actually waiting, and let's start actually producing that. So we might even go ahead and connect up to Cambridge here. Cambridge is nice and happy too. So go ahead, extend that. Probably go ahead and just use that. Doesn't hurt as much. It will actually future-proof this route just a little bit. So we'll go from Chelmsford here up to Cambridge. Go to the center of Cambridge here. Really happy. And generally want to kind of like find a place that's like right in the middle. These little things right here, that's where the city will tend to grow. So we'll actually go ahead, build a line up to here. And kind of happy right there. Because that's got the other side of the block, and then that's got this side of the block too. So there we go. Now we'll build another bus between Chelmsford Lake and Cambridge. Cool. There we go. And then we might even extend our little thing right here. Do a second one around this way. Come around through the fields. Kind of deciding what I want to do here. I'll go ahead and do that right there. That's a nice, happy little intersection. Perfect. Okay, so now that I have that, I can actually run a bus between London Central and Cambridge. Cool. That'll definitely help out our system just a little bit, and also give London Central some more destinations here. And Cambridge will also have be a lot happier to have a second service here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our other places here. London's actually doing really well for itself comparatively. Brighton has a lot of people waiting. That's actually not that bad. 6 is pretty good for those. Let's take a look at our stations list here. You can see we have 608 tons of grain here at London North. That's this guy right here. So we might even open a couple more truck routes. Let's see how the trucks are doing. Trucks are only doing about 5 to 6 pounds. And we might even have to build a train there. Nice and happy right now. Probably go ahead and build a train just to connect that, and then it'll definitely make our money problems a little less worrisome. So what we'll do here is, because it is so close, we'll go ahead and we'll build a little bridge, and we'll go up above London here. It'll still be connected to London, but it definitely will help our situation here. Go ahead and use that, because that's the only bridge that can go up. At least in the base game, unless we're using mods. But no mods on this one, unless I decide to do one of my modded ones. Go ahead and that 48 is just the happiest sight above the city. Doesn't look very pretty, but you know what? It is very, very practical. especially if you need to get products from the inner city to the other places. So I'm using the rest of my money to build this, but go ahead and have that railroad connect. See a little area right over here between London North and London proper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, perfect. And that might even increase our things here. We'll have sterling, and we'll have some copper toppers. Well, I don't even need to specify with it, because it is just running along this little route here. There you go, got 100. We still got 500 here, so it's actually going to help our grain situation a lot here. So there we go, perfect. And then we might even use the profits from this to go ahead and fund some more routes. We might even just, once that's a little more, set in stone, build another train route, but just for passengers. Because let's see, Brighton's doing okay right now. Cambridge is doing okay. Central London's doing okay. Chelmsford, both Chelmsford stations are doing fine. Perfect. And I have just achieved the land speed record. Excellent. The train's really going to be our moneymaker here. So we're going to go ahead and keep that up for just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and look for our next destination here. I'm thinking it's going to be Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes is probably a really happy little place. I could also go ahead and probably build the London Northern. We'll build it on this side of the Thames, just to make it look a little happier over here. So the coal mines at Waterford are not doing too hot, but we don't care about that. We are more like London Central, if anything. And that's one of the cool things, is that I can go into here. I call it the London Northern, because I figured we'll be doing that, but we can do London Central, actually. That's what I like to say. It's like, oh yeah, we had a little railway name change, or a merger, if you want, like Central Railway or something like that. And then start paying that back just a little bit, because that's really happy. Once you start actually making enough to actually return your investment, that's when you really are getting super happy with that. Anyhow, looks like that's doing really hot and nice right now. Take a look. We might even build a second line here just for that. Looks like Brighton actually might even need a second station here too, because it looks like a lot of people are coming from London to Brighton. Yeah, I mean, if we're doing really good in terms of people, like a lot of people want to go between those two destinations, and that's when you want to build a train. So we'll see. Hopefully, if push comes to shove, I might actually have a train between those two destinations. But right now, no trains required. The only train that we need right now is the North London to the brewery over here. And then, let's see, we have our coal-fired power plant as well. Is there any coal nearby? Coal? No, that's a steel mill. Nothing too terrible right now. But as you can see, Chelmsford is actually, I think it just got upgraded. Yep, it just hit town. So that means the original Chelmsford right-of-ways are actually going to start upgrading themselves. So that's what I'll do. I'm actually gonna help the town just a little bit by doing this and replacing it with a road. There we go. And then eventually Chelmsford will be all paved, and so will this little highway that connects London and Chelmsford. We might even, I think that's probably what we'll do actually. We'll go ahead and create a little bit of that. Oh yes, so that actually means that that's part of London. So we'll go ahead and keep building that. And comes to shove, then eventually Chelmsford will also improve that road right away. And looks like we're doing pretty darn good. We'll go ahead and pay back some of that as well. How much do we have? We have 676 people traveled, and our kind of our grain situation, we have 780 tons of grain also transported. How's our trucks doing? Our trucks are probably not doing too hot, but you know what? Keep them alive for just right now. While we still have this, the train could break down, and we definitely want to keep this line alive. More or less, sooner or later, it won't require the train, especially because it looks like it's on a downward trend right now. Yeah, it's kind of plateauing. We have 280 tons of grain, and it looks like over half of it is being transported. So it probably will only need a few more trains of this. We might even just get rid of that train line. We might replace the bus service here with just a short little train that runs between London and London Central. Although I don't know how long that will last. It's just an easy way to start actually making some of that money there. And so we're gonna go ahead, take a look. We got Brighton here. Brighton's doing okay. Let's take a look at all our stations here. Looks like in terms of our stations, Brighton is doing the best. We have over 6 people waiting at Kingsford Lake and 6 people at Brighton. So that actually means that we should probably have a through service. That'll be our first one where we'll actually stop Brighton, London, and Kingsford. That'll make life a lot easier for our people who want to continue on through those destinations. And so let's go ahead, get another bus here. Buses are nice and cheap here in the early years. Brighton actually is a growing city, and eventually we'll see a little bit of a improvement there. Those places. Both those buses arrived simultaneously. Go ahead and have that one come back, just to end up back at Brighton. That'll make the Brighton passengers just a little bit happier. They have another service. And London is doing pretty hot right now. About 6 people here. That's London area. How's our train doing? It's still about 100. It's about 100. I was actually really happy. I thought I'd tear the train down by now, but you know what? It's still doing okay, for all things considered. Looks like the Cambridge chemical works are down. We're not using those right at the moment, but we're still, that's actually something we can use, despite our downturn. We'll actually build another railroad here. We'll have one that will service London North. Looks like London North is actually needing people. What we'll do, since we already have a one there, we'll do that. And how is London North? Does London North require that? It does require chemicals, so we'll actually use that station right there. Help out just a little bit. We can actually see our height markers. We'll help out just a little bit to see what height we need to make that track. So that's a 48. We'll go up here. We'll go up just a touch. It's easy. Do that right there. Nice, happy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Go ahead and we'll actually put that right at 48 too. Use just a little bit more money. Take out, 3,000 should do. train becomes as it works along here. And if it hits August and that train has not left the station, there you go. We actually completed the challenge in 1 year, 5 months. So let's go ahead and take a look. We had 1,007 passengers and 1,600 grain actually delivered. So let's go ahead and board that train super quick. Let's take a look at our profits here. We didn't do too hot in terms of profits, but you know what? Again, the whole process was trying to get people to come, and I didn't know how long it was going to take. That's why I built this little chemical line here, so that way we can actually start doing that. You can see people are actually starting to queue up for the stations here. That's perfect. So that's very happy. Let's take a look at our trains here. Trains are doing okay. Definitely that train right there is our best performer. Then our buses, we have our best performers right here. And take a look at that one. That's the one between London and Brighton. That was just a really happy, like, little area right there. Partially because it's so close, and there was a lot of people here in Brighton that wanted to go to London. Also, I kind of knocked down this little hill here, and that hill actually, they're starting to build in that area on the hill. So we can actually go ahead and knock that down too. And that only cost us £42. So now eventually Brighton will extend into London. And so it's kind of an alternate world there. But yes, this is our big primary hub here. Take a look at some of our other big breadwinners in terms of buses. So this is our other one. This is the Chelmsford to Cambridge line. That one was actually pretty darn good, partially because Chelmsford also became a town in that small amount of time. Cambridge is also really happy. It's got about 400 people there, so that's a really, really nice place to do it. And that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one good. Alright, I'd like to thank you for watching. Hope to see you again real soon. Clear check speed. Out.